Aw, shit. Here we go again.
Welcome to the Sloppy Book Club podcast. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Celese. And we are on episode 4 of season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So on this week's episode, we are going to review a wine. Jenny has a mixed drink that she's going to have. We're going to play a spooky kind of game. I forget what's the name of it, but we're going to play.
It was too long. It's spooky.
Yeah, it's a spooky game.
Yeah.
And then I am going to do a short review of an advanced reader's copy that I have of a story. It's a supernatural women's fiction kind of book. I really enjoyed it, but I'll talk about that later. And Jenny has a spooky anthology.
Yep.
Okay, good.
You got that right.
See, I'm on it today.
Yes,
Let's see
for
how long. Let's see for how long. All right. So if you want to start off your mixed drink, and then I'll open up my wine.
So I did a mixed drink because I've been on a refresher kick lately. I've been trying to give up coffee. So what'd you do? Did you drop it?
No, I don't have my glass.
Oh my God, you're gonna drink from the bottle.
Yep, I'm gonna try from the bottle.
Please. So I've been on a refresher kick because I've been giving up coffee or trying to. So
what?
I know. I'm down to 1 cup a day from 3. So I know it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So the refreshers have caffeine in it. So Mike made one and it tastes pretty good. So that's what I made, and I put vodka in it. Nice. So it's basically just like tea. This one's a strawberry lemonade and then the vodka. And it's freaking delicious. I know it's gonna be.
Did you just say strawberry lemonade? No, you didn't.
Oh, that's right. You have a strawberry wine.
Yes.
Look at that. We're so in sync.
That's freaky. This was not planned, I promise.
It was not.
Mine is from Lemonade Stand at Main and Vine, and it's a strawberry lemonade rosé. What are the odds of that?
Cheers.
Cheers.
You're drinking from that bottle. We have to know if it's good. Is it good?
Yeah. But this is more like alcohol-y tasting than the one from a few weeks ago. That strawberry Stella Rosa, the Stella Rosé one. Theirs was a berry flavor too. The strawberry was very prominent in that one. This one is more alcohol-y.
Do you think it's because it's more lemonade tasting that it tastes more like alcohol?
I don't know. It's good.
Nice. I want to continue seeing you drink from that bottle throughout this episode.
You might actually. Good. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I usually don't drink from the bottle, but I legit forgot my wine glass in the other room, and I just didn't want to get up and get it. So yeah, and I'm not gonna edit.
Nope. We're not doing that today.
It is when it comes to these episodes. So there you go. You got me drinking out of a whole.
We are very bad at editing. So whatever happens, happens.
Exactly. Okay? But you guys enjoy it, right? The chaos of our podcast.
Yep.
It's never.
It is what it is.
It's the Sloppy Book Club podcast.
Exactly.
We have to drink from a bottle at least once. All right. So now we're gonna dive into this game. Damn, I found the name. It's would you choose the same thing as everyone else in these spooky situations? So it's kind of like a this or that for the spooky season now that we're in October and it is spooky season, obviously.
It is.
So question 1 is if you are guaranteed not to get hurt, would you rather be stuck in a pit of snakes? Oh, spiders? No, or spiders, but mine.
Oh yeah, it does say that, yes.
Okay,
but there's only one obvious choice here, right?
It's not spiders.
Definitely not. It has to be snakes.
Okay.
Snakes.
All right. And
yeah, most
72
people pick that.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right.
Oh God.
Would you rather be haunted by a ghost or be a ghost? Be a ghost.
Haunted by a
Haunt your ass.
ghost. I'd rather be haunted by a ghost.
You don't want to be a ghost?
No, why would I want to be dead?
Oh, that's true.
Too late. You picked it.
I sure did. What did
I
people
picked,
say?
oh, you picked what most people would.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't want to die.
Okay, I don't want to be haunted. I don't want to be scared for my whole life.
I mean, eventually you'll get used to it, right?
I rather scare people.
Okay, fine.
Would you rather?
You would be bad at it, by the way.
I would. I'll laugh the whole time. I'll scare myself before I scare someone else. I'm like, oh wait, I'm already dead. Crazy. Would you rather be chased by Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, or Ghostface?
Okay, so we're picking the one we would rather be chased by. Michael Myers. Michael Myers. Ghostface runs. Michael Myers does not.
Oh yeah,
he walks everywhere.
All right, yes. I didn't press Ghostface, so I could press Michael.
Oh, cheater! You chose Ghostface first.
See?
Yeah, he runs though.
Yeah, but he does run. You're right.
No, thank you.
And every time people run from him, they always fall.
You know, Freddy Krueger, he is the reason that I don't sleep with my feet like off the bed. Like dead ass. I don't like, my feet are always under the covers and in the bed, not outside of it, because of him.
Really?
Trauma.
Oh my God. Yep. I would never forget. So I don't like scary movies. It's not something I watch or do. Like, you know, spooky season. Oh, let's have, you know, scary movie marathons. We don't do that here in this household. Angel hates it. And it's because I would never forget, my dad was watching a Freddy Krueger movie and I walked in and I freaked out. And he was like, no, come watch. And he like held my face and was like, look. And I was like, ah.
He's the worst. I hate Freddy Krueger.
So no. But I'm not that scared where I don't, like my feet will go above the blanket. Like I got to do like half in the blanket, half out kind of thing.
Oh no. He can get you that way. Nope. Not gonna happen.
He can get you regardless, Jenny.
I know, but there's that one scene in that one movie that he just goes for the foot. Oh God, I can't. I'm getting hot.
All right, let's go to the next question. Would you rather live in a cemetery or haunted house? Cemetery.
Haunted house.
Okay.
I would love to live in a haunted house.
I don't.
Oh, look.
I don't want either.
I wouldn't want either, but if I had to choose, it would be a haunted house because that would.
I don't know. I feel like a haunted house is scarier because all the like.
It is, but that's the point.
No, but I don't want to be scared. Would you rather be we did this one before. Would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire? Vampire for sure.
Werewolf.
For sure. Look at that. 68% with me. Oh yeah. Vampires.
They're starting to grow on me.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Which famous witch would you rather have pissed off? Maleficent or the Wicked Witch of the West?
Wicked Witch of the West.
My pretty.
I did not expect that. I was so confused.
Isn't that what she says though? Yes. Okay. I feel like, the Wicked Witch of the West, because she's not as scary as Maleficent. I feel like Maleficent is pretty scary.
She is.
Even as a fictional character. Okay. Would you rather fight a basilisk, right? Did I say it right?
Basilisk? Yeah.
Basilisk? Or a giant spider? I'm definitely not fighting a spider because the spider is gonna eat me.
And they have friends, so no, thank you. The basilisk,
like that Harry Potter scene with all the spiders. Oh my God, I could feel it on my skin. Still thinking about it. All right, which classic monster would you rather fight? Dracula, Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
The Mummy.
I feel like Frankenstein.
You think so? I feel like once he gets you though, like that shit's gonna hurt.
Yeah, but I feel like he's slow. Like I feel like
I could. A mummy's all tied up. You just push them and they can't get up.
Like a turtle.
Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Most people pick the Mummy.
They sure did, but Frankenstein was second. Which possessed doll would you rather deal with? Annabelle or Chucky?
None. I don't want any of them.
I hate
Chucky's
dolls.
too fast. And he's little.
So dolls, spiders, and little kids. Like spooky, scary little kids. Those are my 3 no-nos. Yeah, Chucky's pretty fast.
He is. I think I'm gonna go with Annabelle.
Does she run?
No, but you could, as long as she's inside her cage, she can't do shit to you. It's if somebody opens the cage, then she can come out. And then she just randomly shows up to kill you.
66 people said Chucky?
No. There's no way you're kicking that little thing.
Yeah, you're not surviving.
Chucky's he's too good. No.
We're taking this serious.
That's scary.
All right. Would you rather be attacked by crows or bats? Neither.
That's terrible. That's pretty much the same thing.
I feel like a crow would hurt more.
Yeah, but
right? Ooh. They got the claws. Look at his nose, his beak.
I know, but I think I'm gonna go with crows.
I'm going with a bat.
Ooh.
Oh, a lot of people said bat. I mean,
it's
crows.
Almost 50-50. It's not far off.
No.
Okay.
What's this one? Would you rather spend an entire night in a coffin underground or spend a night in a haunted hotel? Hotel. There's no way you're gonna put me in a coffin underground. Are you kidding me? How is that even an option?
That shouldn't be an option.
I can't even be in an elevator for too long. Are you telling me a coffin underground? No way. Would you rather live in the house from The Haunting of Hill House or American Horror Story Murder House? Oh man,
that's rough.
That is rough. Bad.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna.
I think I'm gonna Haunting of Hill House.
I was gonna
only because it's prettier. And that would be like my dream to live in a house like that. That's it. Otherwise,
last question.
Is it? I don't know. Oh no, there's one more.
Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't want to live in a haunted house at all, but yeah, definitely Hill House.
Yeah.
People said murder house. That doesn't even sound good. I don't want to be murdered. I could deal with being haunted, but being murdered. No.
Yeah, no. No, thank you.
Finally, would you rather be cursed to live forever or die young?
Live forever.
Every time I hear live forever, I think of Queen. Who wants to live forever?
Sing it. I'll definitely live forever. I think that would be fun.
I don't want to die forever. Oh. I mean, I don't want to die forever.
Like you're mixing the two.
A lot of people say die young. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. What for? Why?
Die young in your 30s. I'm in my 30s now.
I'm almost past it.
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
Live forever while still aging. Oh, we didn't read the rest of that.
I saw that.
Dang, so I'm just gonna
You're gonna be like
that.
Oh my god.
And knowing me, my carpal tunnel and arthritis, and my hands will be all weird.
It would be rough, but you'll get to see a lot of shit, right? You won't die young. You'll get to see like your grandkids,
Well, according to my great grandmother, it's not as great as it sounds. She's gonna be 99.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She doesn't think it's awesome. It's like, this is too much. She ready. Aww. Crazy lady. All right. I'll go into my advanced reader's copy.
Okay.
Because it's short and sweet, and I don't want to give too many spoilers because this doesn't get released until November. But it was a really good read. I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to share it this week. It's called The Wilder Women. And guess what I did not do? I did not jot down the author. Silly me. Give me 1 second.
What genre is it in?
By Ruth Emmy Lang. Right? Did I
Ruth
say that
Emmy
right? Yep. Ruth Emmy Lang. The Wilder Women. As I said earlier, it's like a supernatural women's fiction. I really enjoyed it. The characters were really well written. It touched on family issues, abandonment, sister ties kind of thing. I don't want to give too much away because I do want other people to read it. But it is a trigger warning. There is talk of abandonment, especially from the mom, leaving her children kind of thing. So I'll just a brief little thing. So the book is about two sisters that are slowly drifting apart after they were abandoned by their mom. The two sisters are Zadie and Finn. Zadie was old enough where she could basically live on her own and didn't have to go into foster care because she was over 18 when her mom left. But the problem with that was that she wasn't old enough or established enough to actually hold on to her sister and raise her sister. So her sister was put into foster care. I believe there's like a 5-year difference between them. So her sister was still in her young teens when their mom left. So they're drifting apart. You know, Finn is living with her foster parents. They're really good to her, but Zadie feels like there's a disconnect now. She also feels like Finn is her only family. So she feels like her Finn's foster parents are kind of taking that away from her. She's already like, my mom left me. I can't lose Finn. So basically she decides to do this week-long beach trip with her sister, and hopefully that rekindles like their relationship and bring them back together. So she's like, we'll hang out by the beach, we'll go in the water, read spicy novels, and just have a good time and just reconnect with each other. But Finn has other plans. Finn wants to take this opportunity where she's away from her foster parents to actually look for their mom. And and what's crazy is that Finn and Zadie aren't the typical women. They actually have some gifts. They have what's later on kind of called a sixth sense. So Zadie's sixth sense is she kind of gets premonitions and can kind of see the future. And Finn, hers is so cool because hers are called echoes, and basically she gets the echo of people's memories. So like she can, touch an object and then feel the memory within that object. So say you carved your name into the trunk of a tree, and she touches it, she can feel how you felt that day and relive whatever memory that was. Like, it was Johnny who carved the tree and, what he was feeling and all that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was super cool that it wasn't like she touches you or anything like that. She can just touch an object, and whatever was tied to that object or anything really, she can get like the echo of that. And sometimes they're great memories, and obviously sometimes they're sad memories and things like that. So it's the day before they're supposed to leave, and Finn's foster parents host this like big graduation party for Finn. And during her party, this is where Finn gets an echo memory that is from her mom. And she's never had something like that. And that's what triggers this, like, I need to find my mom, because my mom is out there somewhere and she has to be alive. Like, they don't know why she left. They don't know if she's alive. She just literally up and left her kids one day while they were at home. Like, she just got up and left, kind of thing. Zadie always felt like her mom was going to do that one day, because she felt like her mom there was something wrong with her mom, and she just couldn't figure out what it was. And there were situations that her and her mom were in that she's like, what is wrong with my mother, kind of thing. I don't want to go into details as to what those situations were, but she always felt like something like that was going to happen. Whereas Finn was always like, oh, my mom is so cool. She's so eccentric, kind of thing. So she never viewed her mom in like a negative light. So when her mom left, she was just like, why? There must have been a reason. She wouldn't have left us if there wasn't a reason. So it was just like this huge quest and journey for the both of them to not only come together, but figure out what exactly happened to their mom, kind of dive into their powers or sixth sense, because Zadie gave it up. She didn't like having those premonitions. She didn't like the responsibility of it, because anytime you think of having, chances to look into the future, what if you're the person who finds out it's going to be the end of the world, like she didn't want that responsibility. So she was just like, this is too tough.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna like try and look for anything or push my premonitions or want my premonitions to come. So she would sing a song and like kind of like close her ears when those feelings would happen. So like she couldn't get that, because it would happen.
So she just like suppressed it all.
Yeah, she suppressed it for a lot of years, and she continued to do that. But Finn has always loved her sixth sense, and for her, she can't really control it either. So she was like, we can use them, we could use our gifts to really find our mom and, figure out what happened. So that's basically what they do. They go on this like crazy adventure quest. There's a little bit of betrayal, again, abandonment, just a kind of like finding your family again, kind of, I don't want to say trope, but kind of theme. And it's a beautiful book. Nora, their mother, gives me very much Marsh Girl vibes when it comes to her knowledge of birds. So it gave me that.
That sounds so weird, especially for people who haven't read that book Where the Crawdads Sing. I would be like, Marsh Girl.
Yeah.
Birds.
So,
what is she talking about?
So if you haven't read Where the Crawdads Sing or seen the movie, you won't get that connection. But Nora very much gave me that kind of vibe when in regards to her knowledge about like her fascination with birds and things like that. Even though the glimpses of Nora are brief, it's always in relation to birds and music. And for some reason, I always thought of the Marsh Girl. Like,
I would probably think that too.
So that was something that always I always had in the back of my mind. And the whole time you're in the book, you're like, what happened to the mom? What happened to her? And you're wondering, does she have gifts or abilities like her daughters? And is that the reason why she left? Like, you have so many questions within the story. And I kind of feel for Zadie, you know, feeling like she had to hold on to her sister and, you know, doing this with her, even though she necessarily didn't want to do it. She just wanted to be connected to her sister again. And she was willing to, you know, do this with her, even though it made her uncomfortable. And I feel like relationships with, you know, I have a younger sister and an older sister. And, you know, it made me think of like situations where like I may have not wanted to do something, but, you know, it made my sisters happy. So I wanted to do that, you know, because I'm close to my sisters. So it was just like, you know, I kind of felt for Zadie in that sense. And I don't know, it was a really good, it wasn't anything I've ever read before. It was very different. Especially like the abilities and just like their whole journey. And then the ending was very different than I expected. So it was, I really enjoyed it. I really liked it.
It sounds really interesting.
Yeah. I would recommend it. Like I said, I love the book. And I loved like their journey, and I loved how they came out of it. I don't want to, and that's it. I don't want to say more.
Don't spoil it, because I'll
I don't
probably
want to
read it
spoil
when it
it
comes
at
out.
all. It comes out in November. Yeah.
The echo powers that you talked about, it reminds me of a book I read, Ashes Beneath Her, and I'm pretty sure the author's name is J.R. Erickson, and it's like a set of like 8 or 9 different books, all set in like this asylum or around the asylum.
Okay, but I remember you mentioning.
Yeah, I only read that one book, and it was the third book, but one of the girls in that story, she could touch things and see what was happening at that moment in time, I guess. So she was able to figure out like murder or when somebody was taken, things like that. So that's a pretty cool power to have.
Yeah, I've never heard of something like that, or it being described in that way as an echo. And I thought that was just so interesting and cool, because that's basically what it is. It's just like the remnants of something, you know, when you say something loud and it echoes, it goes out a little bit.
Right.
You don't know how far it goes. And I don't know. I thought that was like super, super interesting. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Okay, so there is, I do want to give a little spoiler.
Okay. Warning.
There's a little spoiler. So they come across someone who also has like a sixth sense kind of thing, and she can hear stars.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
Wait, what do the stars tell her? Like what?
So she plays the piano, because the stars have like a sound, like music, and each star has its own like song, and she's able to replay it.
Pretty cool.
So I had to share that. I had to share that. I'm sorry.
Thanks for sharing that. That's actually pretty cool.
But when they meet this person, you know, she's playing music, but it's nothing like they've ever heard before. And sometimes it kind of feels sad, and sometimes it doesn't. And then when they, you know, talk to this person, they basically tell her that I can hear stars. And she does it at night, and I'll end it there.
You don't want to spoil.
Sorry.
It's an arc.
Yeah. I keep having to remember that. I have to remember that. But
it's interesting. I'll look out for it.
Yeah.
I definitely want to read it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get to my book.
Yes.
So I'm going to talk about an anthology. It's Our Shadows Have Claws, and it's written by 15 Latin American authors.
I love that.
With 15 different Latin mythologies. So like different
Oh,
lores.
cool.
So like you get things from like Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, like everywhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a mixture of like horror and dark fantasy, and it has some vampires, shapeshifters, cannibals. Like there's a lot. I was kind of hesitant about it because you know how like you read anthologies and some of them are like, oh, some of the stories are all right and some aren't.
Right, right.
I loved every single story in here. They
That's
were
awesome.
super fast. Like none of them were more than like 5 pages. They were easy to read. And the reason I bought it is because look at how freaking cute this is.
Yeah, that's a really pretty book.
Right? The colors, everything. I was like, I can't not buy it. So I went and got it and I loved it. So I'm only going to talk about one story because obviously I can't talk about all 15. So I just picked one and this one stuck out to me. I really, really liked it. It's The Nightingale and the Lark by Chantal Acevedo. And it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. And it's by like a Cuban shapeshifter kind of thing. And it's known as a caguero. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they're shapeshifters. So it's about 2 rival families, the Monteagudos and the Capos. And the Monteagudos are monster hunters. The Capos are people who sort of save monsters. So in this world, we know that there are all kinds of different creatures. So these people kind of save them. They just feel like they're people who are lost. And the main one that they talk about, the shapeshifter, the cagueros, they can choose to be shapeshifters if they wear something called a trapo, which is like a scarf almost. That's kind of how they described it. And so like the sense that I got from it was more like a drug. Like people were poor, so they wanted to steal something. So they were like, screw it, I'm gonna get this trapo and I'm gonna turn into a lion and go take whatever I want. So it became almost like an addiction. Like I'm gonna be this monster if I can't get what I need, or if I can't get something to feed my family or whatever it is. So that's kind of like the sense that I got from it. So it centers around these 2 kids, Rosa and Julio, and they're together. She's a Monteguero, so she's a monster hunter, and he's a capo, so he saves monsters. Yes. So she is going on her very first hunt. She's of age to go, and he knows that she's doing this. He can't stop her because that's who her family is. So he's basically like, good luck, but have mercy. She goes out on her first hunt and she goes out with her dad and they're searching for this shapeshifter and they find them. And in the beginning of the book, she describes her boyfriend as having like these brown eyes with galaxy in them. So when they find the shapeshifter, she sees those eyes and her dad kills him. So she was like, oh my, I know this is like jam-packed like right away. It's like, why? So she's like freaking out. She's like, oh my God. She runs away and her dad doesn't know that she has a boyfriend. Like that's all secret and stuff. So she's all sad and he's like, why are you sad? Stop crying. You're weak, blah, blah, blah. So she's crying in her room. And then all of a sudden he comes in, Julio, her boyfriend, and she's in shock. Like, what are you doing here? I can't believe you're here, whatever. And then she doesn't say anything about her dad killing anybody, but he mentions that his brother's been missing. So obviously he killed his brother.
Oh my God.
I know, it's so like, ooh. So then she comes clean. She was like, I didn't know, I had nothing to do with it. He just did it. He killed him. And obviously he was upset. So she's starting to like see her family as like, why are we doing this? Why are we hunting these creatures? Even though she's always known them as being like these bad people. But now that she knows that her boyfriend's brother, who was this great guy, was a shapeshifter, but he was also a good guy and he was killed, like she didn't understand what her family's motives were. Why are we doing this? So one day Julio tells her that his brother became a shapeshifter because he was trying to help all those people. He was going around helping people, getting them clean. And he was out looking for this little girl who turned into like a spider or something and killed someone by accident or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason he was out. And then he was killed by her father. So then her dad goes out to do another hunt, and she hears that he's looking for a little girl as well. So it must be the same little girl that Julio's brother was looking for. So they go out. She follows him, like she just trails him, and she notices that he finds the little girl, and she's out by the river playing. And then she sees Julio walk up to her, and he's showing her a trapo to kind of like talk to her and play with her, like he's messing around. And then she sees that he turned into, I forget what it was. It might have been a cat or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't realize that he was doing that. So her dad was about to kill them, but then she ran out and she was like, stop, you can't do this. She grabs the trapo, and she was like, she told the little girl to run away, which she did. And she was like, you can't do this anymore. You can't just keep killing these people. I'm going to be a shapeshifter now. And if you see one, you're never going to know if it's me or not. And she puts one on, turns into a nightingale, and flies away. Right? So now he can't kill any more shapeshifters because he'll never know if it's her. Because they can turn into whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? How cool is
that?
Oh, that
was good. That's a good one. I like that.
So that's not really like scary, but it's like more of a dark fantasy part of this story. Yeah, it was really cute.
That's really cool.
I liked it.
I like that.
I know. And a lot of them were like that. It was like, oh shit, like it was fun. And they're all YA fantasy. They all do.
And who was the author again?
Chantel Acevedo. Yeah, The Nightingale and the Lark. That's what it's called. And that's actually the first story in the book. Oh, I know, and I was like, oh shit, I really gotta start reading.
You gotta go to the next one.
Yeah, and each one, I'll show just the first one, has art attached to it. So that's The Nightingale and the Lark. So each story has its own little art attached to it. That's really cool.
I like that a lot. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I like that. Oh, now I want that.
You should. I think you'd like it. It's really cool.
No, that sounds really, really cool.
Yeah.
So that is it for this episode. Woo!
Yeah, that was a quick one.
I know. We're usually just rambling and talking, but this was a really good one. Short and sweet. Why not?
I know.
But we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you subscribe on our YouTubes and Instagrams. Please comment any books that you're reading. We love to know books that you're reading so that we can dive into those too, especially for the spooky season. Give us some spooky books to read. Even though we probably have so many on our TBR, but hey,
or
there's
even
nothing wrong with adding more to it.
If you want something talked about for the holidays, we will definitely do it. Just let us know.
Definitely. I can't wait to get like holiday, Christmassy, like
I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to get there.
Yeah, those are my favorite. Romance. Oh my God. But again, thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe, and join us in a couple weeks for our next episode.
Bye.
Bye.